Welcome to Master Domaining. I'm Gene Pimentel, and in this session we'll continue our discussion about the power of local domains. This is part 3. The fantastic tool I'm about to demonstrate for you in this session is one that very few people, even domainers, are aware of. Yet it is one of the most powerful tools for finding stellar local domain names that I've ever used. The interesting thing is, this tool is provided free of charge by one of the biggest domain registrars out there, GoDaddy. I'm very happy GoDaddy doesn't promote this tool. At least I've never seen it promoted. It almost seems like a secret they want to keep. But let's go and explore this wonderful tool right now. The tool is called GeoDomain Map, and you can find it at geo.godaddy.com. Now this simple tool is packed with all sorts of awesomeness. Let's take it for a spin. Typically, if you were focusing on a particular city, you'd type in the city and state here in the search box. But let's get the bigger picture first, so click on Advanced without typing anything in. Just click on Advanced. And here we have some very basic search options, but they're powerful. Instead of typing in a city and state, we're going to select this checkbox that says All U.S. Metro Areas. And then for the keyword, you have a choice of ends with, begins with, and contains. We want it to contain our keyword, so it'll be placed anywhere within the domain. And let's choose roofing. Lastly, unselect all of these options and just choose .com. So what we've done here is we have asked GeoDomain Map to show us all the cities and towns in the US that are available as domain names that contain the word roofing. And we want just the .com. So let's hit go, and on the sidebar here you'll see that it does a search and it'll list several of the domain names that are available right now. For example, roofing Stockton, roofing St. Paul, and they have a few here with a dash that I wouldn't recommend getting, but this is a very short list. Here's where the magic happens. As you can see, there's a slider here for population, so you can tell it what size population you want it to overview, and you have a zoom level. I don't concern myself with the population too much, but when you zoom in, every time you zoom in, this available domains box will renew the search and show you many more domain names, depending on where you're zooming into on the map. Let's zoom in one more time, and here it goes searching again. So now we have roofing Joliet, roofing Elgin, roofing Davenport, and you get a longer list of maybe 100 or so right now for this area. You see all the pin marks on the map. So you can move this map around by hand to go to a different area, and we'll let the list refresh once again. So now we're in the easternmost area of the United States, and we have some new ones that have just popped up. Roofing Gary, roofing Roanoke, and so on. You just scroll down this list and you find the domains that look appealing to you that you want to target, and these are all available now. But we've only zoomed into a level 6. We have many more levels to zoom into. The more you zoom in, the more domains you're going to find. Let's go to 8, and we can navigate the map as before, and the search box automatically refreshes every time, and look at all these pin marks of domains that are available for these particular towns with the word roofing. There are literally thousands of domain names that this will show you right now for the word roofing in many cities and towns across the United States. Once you get past a level 7 or 8, it shows you that there are open auctions for some domains that are already registered by others. So if you wanted to purchase a domain that somebody else owns, you can check this list out. If you wanted to specify a population, you can simply slide the slider to say between, let's say, 100,000 population to 32 million, and then click Refine. Or you can say 100,000 to 500,000. So you can determine whatever size population you want. Let's hit Refine just to see what we get with this one. So in this area on the map, you can see all the different domains that it has found for populations of between 100,000 and 500,000. Now, you could be more specific as well with how the domain is formatted. You can say you want the domain to end with your keyword. Well, then you can click Refine, and it'll show you only the domain names that end with the word that you have for your keyword, in this case roofing. And for this particular domain name and most local domain names, it makes sense to have the keyword at the end with the city at the beginning. For instance, New Rochelle Roofing, West Hartford Roofing. Now as you go along, you have two choices here if you wanted to use the GoDaddy services. You can click on Wish List, or you could choose Buy Now. If you click on Wish List, you can choose many different options and it'll add them to your wish list automatically. Then you can go to your wish list right at the top here where it says View Wish List, and it'll show you what you have put aside. Now, I'm not going to do this right now, so I'll click back to return to geodomain map and consider what we have here. We've tried one simple keyword and have found thousands of readily available local domain names that you can turn around and sell for cash very quickly. Instead of roofing, we could choose roofers and see what's available for that keyword. Imagine the thousands and thousands and thousands of different keywords you can use and the different business niches, as we've talked about in another session. There is so much out there available to you. This is like a pot of gold. And the beautiful thing about this is it formats the domains with simply the city and the keyword, or the keyword and the city. Exactly what we're looking for, and exactly what businesses are looking for. Now, of course, another way to use this is to simply type in the location that you want to target. For example, Orlando, Florida. So I will uncheck this option to show all U.S. metro areas and just focus on Orlando, Florida. Still ending with my keyword and just a .com. So we'll hit go. And what it has done for me is shown me all the available domain names that are in the Orlando, Florida area. Now, if you zoom out, of course, it'll give you more selections. If you zoom in, it'll give you more localized domain names in the Orlando area. So if you're selling a domain name to a company in Orlando that wants to target other towns around Orlando, this is a great way to find them. You have Pine Hills roofers, you have Winter Springs roofers, Oak Ridge roofers. So the more you zoom in, the more localized you become. The more you zoom out, the more coverage you'll get around the Orlando area. Now, as you can see, there's an open auction for OrlandoRoofers.com, and they're selling this one for $1,995. It wouldn't be hard to find a local business to buy even at that price. So go ahead and dig up some great domain names with this geodomain map tool, and you'll never run out of ideas by using it. Have fun.